Hello booktube reader friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be doing probably one of the last little free library hunting, as well as unhauling and updating my reading journal and doing my October wrap up. The books that I will be unhauling are Once and Future by Amy Rose Capetta and Corey McCarthy. I tried reading a chapter of each book, and so I got a few chapters in. I just wasn't feeling it. I found Stephen King Everything Eventual 14 Dark Tales out of the library. I just haven't had the ambition to pick it up, so that's gonna go in the free library. The big book of Tashi by Anna and Barbara Finberg and Kim Campbell. I'm still debating if I want to keep this or not. And the second big book of Tashi by Anna Finberg, Barbara Finberg, and Kim Campbell. Dragon Song by Anne McCaffrey. Adrift by Alan Bailey. A Man Called Ulf by Frederick Bachman. I got a few pages in, I just got bored. And Very Talented by Frederick Bachman. I just feel like he's not an author that I like their pacing. Because I did get a big chunk into Very Talented, but I was bored. I even tried the audiobook and I just could not pay attention. I'm going to be getting rid of Five Spy by Holly Jackson. So I have a good stack of books to take to real libraries tomorrow. And hopefully I can read other books that I'm more excited to read. And I hope you enjoy. I've read 7 books during October. Deadly Octopus is red for the random wheel spin, and we got the emote spin, and that was a sad emote, and I think a thriller is appropriate for a sad book, so that's red. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, that's number 6 in the series. I am finally picking up Percy Jackson again. It's a library book. This isn't To the Villain. It was a book club pick, so that will be the color. Pencil. Twilight was for the Vampapom readathon, which was a reread. Really enjoyed it. Somewhere Beyond the Sea was also for Vampathon, and that was a 5-star read. I definitely would encourage you to pick it up. It is also an anticipated read, so I picked that one for a book to break my teeth into. Fourth Wing was for the prompt that my son picked out of the prompt jar, was pick a book that booktuber would suggest. So I reheard an audiobook, Fourth Wing, and I really enjoyed it. Wolf Song was Sky Blue, and that is a book that I was putting off. And that's it for October. 7 books. I was pretty impressed to finally get through Wolf Song, because that was a very long book, and it took me a few months to get finished. the only book I read off of my 24 books in 24 is Wolf Song by Chi Klum. And hopefully I can read 1, 2, 3, 4 books by the end of the year. And I'm coming at you with a little free library haul. And this is only from 2 little free libraries. And I found some really nice finds. I found Kristen Hanna Firefly Lane. I wanted to read this. It is about spanning more than 3 decades and planning out across the ever-changing face of the Pacific Northwest. Firefly Lane is the internationally best-selling story of 2 women and the friendship that defines their lives. This exceptional novel has struck a chord with women around the world. In a way, it is the story of all women, of who we are and what we care about and how much friendship matters. In the turbulent summer of 1974, Kate Malarkey has accepted her place at the bottom of the 8th grade social food chain. Led to her amazement, the coolest girl in the world moves in across the street and wants to be her best friend. Tully Hart seems to have it all: beauty, brains, ambition. On the surface, they are as opposite as 2 people can be. Kate, doomed to be forever uncool, with a loving family who mortifies her at every turn. Tully, steeped in glamour and mystery, but with a secret that is destroying her. They make a pact to be best friends forever, but summer's end, they become Tully and Kate inseparable. For 30 years, Tully and Kate are there for each other, weathering the storm of friendship, jealousy, anger, hurt, resentment. They think they've survived it all until an unexpected betrayal tears them apart. It puts their courage and friendship to the ultimate test. And I've heard really good things about this book, so I can't wait to read it. And the next book I found was Wicked by Gregory Maguire. I'm wanting to check this out only because I've read the series of L. Frank Baum's other work for The Wizard of Oz, so I'm excited to get to this one. When Dorothy triumphed over the Wicked Witch of the West in L. Frank Baum's classic tale, we heard only her side of the story. But what about her arch nemesis, the mysterious witch? Where did she come from? How did she become so wicked? And what is the true nature of her evil? Gregory Maguire creates a fantasy world so rich and vivid that we will never look at Oz the same way again. Wicked is about a land where animals talk and strive to be treated like first-class citizens. Munchkinlanders seek the comfort of middle-class stability, and the Tin Man becomes a victim of domestic violence. And there is a little green-skinned girl named Alpha, who will grow up to become the infamous Wicked Witch of the West, a small, prickly, and misunderstood creature who challenges all our preconceived notions about the nature of good and evil. The next one I found was Winter Garden by Kristen Hanna. Memorizing from the first page to last, Winter Garden is one woman's sweeping, heartbreaking story of love, loss, and redemption. At once an epic love story set in World War II, Russia, and an intimate portrait of contemporary mothers and daughters posed at the crossroads of their lives. It explores the heartbreak of war, the cost of survival, and the ultimate triumph of the human spirit. It is a novel that will haunt the reader long after the last page is turned. 1941, Leningrad, a once magical city besieged by war, cut off from aid, buried in snow, a city full of women desperate to save their children and themselves. 2000, loss and old age have taken a terrible toll on Anna Whitson. At last, she'll reach out to her estranged daughters in a halting, uncertain voice. She begins to weave a fable about a beautiful Russian girl who lived in Leningrad a lifetime ago. Nina and Meredith sit spellbound at their mother's bedside, listening to a story that spans more than 60 years and moves from the terrors of war-torn Leningrad under siege to modern-day Alaska. In a quest to uncover the truth behind the story, Nina and Meredith discover a secret so shocking, so impossible to believe, it shakes the foundation of their family and changes who they believe they are. And the next one I found was Vampirites, Demons of the Ocean by Justin Somber. I got this only because it has a matching bookmark, and I thought that was really nice. And I'm intrigued to hear about vampires that are pirates. Well, if pirates are bad and vampires are worse, then I pray that as long as I be that, though I sing of vampires, I never one shall see. Twins Connor and Grace never dreamed that there was any truth to the vampires shanty their father sang to them before he died. But that was before the two were shipwrecked and separated from each other. For Connor, who was taken aboard a pirate ship, there's a chance to learn to sword fight. But for Grace, aboard a mysterious ship of vampire pirates, the danger is great. The twins want to find each other more than anything, but their time is limited and their ocean apart. I thought the cover looked pretty cool, so I got The Girl at the Edge of the World by Laura Brooke Robson. In a world bound for an epic flood, only a chosen few are guaranteed safe passage into the new world once the waters recede. The Cross-Devane Royal Court will be saved, of course, along with their guards, but the fate of the court's royal flyers, a laden fleet of aerial silk performers, is less certain. Hell-bent on survival, principal of flyer Natasha Koshinkin will do anything to save the flyers, who are the only family she's ever known, even if anything means molding herself into the type of girl who could be courted by Prince Nikolai. Unbeknownst to Natasha, her newest recruit, Ella Neves, is driven less by her desire to survive the floods than her thirst for revenge. And Ella's mission could be put everything Natasha has worked for in peril. But as the oceans rise, so too does an undeniable spark between the two flyers. And the other one I found that seemed interesting was The Similars by Rebecca Hanover. This fall, 6 new students are attending the elite Darkwood Academy, but they aren't your regular overachieving teens. They're DNA duplicates of current students joining the class alongside the originals. I'm not going to read anymore because at the beginning it says, an elite boarding school, a secret society, a forbidden group of students, and it's supposed to start to junior year. And when they say that they have cursed students with DNA and they go along with the originals, I feel like there's going to be like some form of mystery behind that where the originals disappear, possibly. So I was going blind, but that's what I got so far. And then my last one that I found was Alan Hinderbrand, The 5-Star Weekend. Hollis Shaw's life seems picture perfect. She's the creator of the popular food blog Hungry and with Hollis, and is married to Matthew, a dreamy heart surgeon. But after she and Matthew get into a heated argument one snowy morning, he leaves for the airport and is killed in a car accident. The crack in Holly's perfect life, her strained marriage, and her complicated relationship with her daughter, Caroline, grow deeper. So when Hollis hears about something called a 5-Star Weekend, one woman organizes a trip for her best friend from each phase of her life. It's her teenage years, her 20s, her 30s, and midlife. She decides to host her own 5-Star Weekend on Nantucket, but her weekend doesn't turn out to be a joyful Hallmark movie. And then I'm going to leave it from there, so at least it's some expense and me to want to read it. But yeah, this is my free little library haul. And I hope it's encouraged you to check out your little free libraries in the area. And hopefully I will enjoy these more than the ones that I unhauled. I read 7 books During October, I read Deadly Occupants by Matt Rafferty. I gave that 4 stars. It's a nice, fun thriller for Halloween if you like spending time with your friends and binging some films during Halloween. I would recommend Deadly Occupants. I read Wolf Song by Cheetah Clune. I gave that 4 stars. I read Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. That was 5 stars. I reread Twilight. That was 5 stars again. I read Assistant to the Villain. That was 4 stars for the Homely Book Club pick for the month of October. I read Somewhere Beyond the Sea by Cheetah Clune. I gave that 5 stars. That's a nice cozy fantasy, and I believe it's a duology, as far as I know, that I would recommend. I enjoyed 1 and 2. I read Percy Jackson, the 6 books in the series, and I gave that 4 stars. I would have gave it 5 if it was longer. I think it was like 200 or 300 pages, and I just feel like it could have been a little bit longer. But it's a middle grade series, so I still enjoy my read. And I can't believe I could say I finished 7 books this month. And that is a lot, considering I usually only do up to, I think, 6 books usually. So hopefully the month of November does me a nice, fun reading as well. And hopefully you enjoyed watching my video. See you next time. Bye!